Good morning, everyone! Maulan na naman sa labas. Welcome to our Science 10 lesson on homeostasis. Our focus is how the different body systems maintain balance so that the body can survive and function properly. As we go through the lesson, pay attention to the three indicators shown in our competency. First is the body temperature, second, glucose level, and the third one is blood pressure. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to explain why keeping these internal conditions stable is important. And let's have a quick mood check. How are you feeling today? Look at the choices on your screen and identify the one that best represents your mood. Whatever your answer is, thank you for being honest. What matters now is that you are here and ready to learn. Before our discussion, remember the acronym SCIENCE WAY. SC means stay calm, IE means interact effectively, and NCE means notice and care. Even in a recorded lesson, these reminders can guide you, stay focused, respond to the questions, and take care of yourself and your learning. Now let's begin with a short review. Have a recall on what you already know about the body system. Pictures of organ systems will be shown. Try to identify each system before the answer appears. Think back to what have you learned in the previous grade levels. Are you ready? Let's see how many can you remember. What body system is shown here? This is the digestive system. Keep this system in mind because later we will see how different organ systems work together to maintain the body's internal balance. How about this one? Identify the organ system before I reveal the answer. Correct! This is the respiratory system. Notice that our body systems have different functions, but they do not work independently from one another. Look at this illustration. What system includes the heart and the network of blood vessels? This is the cardiovascular system. Remember, because blood pressure will be the one of the indicators of homeostasis that we will discuss later. What body system is represented by these glands? This is the endocrine system. It will become important when we discuss the regulation of glucose level in the blood. And finally, identify this body system. This is the nervous system. Keep it in mind because it helps the body detect changes and coordinate responses. Now let's connect all of the systems we have recalled. Important idea here is that these organ systems work together. The digestive, respiratory, cardiovascular, endocrine, nervous, and other body systems contribute to keeping the body's internal environment stable and balanced. Think about this. What might happen if one system could no longer help maintain that balance? This idea leads us directly to homeostasis. Vision activity. Imagine three volunteers balancing a book on their heads while walking for 5 seconds. As you watch or imagine the demonstration, think about these questions. Was it easy to keep the book balanced? What did the volunteers do when the book started to move? What happened when balance was lost? and how this might be similar to what happens inside our body. The goal of the activity was to keep the book balanced. In a similar way, our body also needs to maintain balance inside. When something changes, the body makes adjustments so that important internal conditions stay within a workable range. Today, we will learn how this internal balance helps keeps us alive and functioning well. Before the lesson proper, let's unlock some important science terms. You will see jumbled letters together with meanings and use each meaning as a clue. Then arrange the letters to identify the correct term. Remember these words because they will appear throughout our discussion. Let's unlock the first three terms. The body's ability to keep internal conditions stable and balanced is homeostasis. The force of blood pushing against the walls of blood vessels is blood pressure. A measure of how hot or cold the body is temperature. Say the three terms with me: homeostasis, blood pressure, and temperature. Are two more terms. The amount of sugar present in the blood is called glucose level. Signs or measurements that show a condition or change are called indicators. In this lesson, body temperature, glucose level, and blood pressure will serve as indicators that help us understand the body's internal balance. These are our goals for today. First, define homeostasis as the body's ability to maintain internal balance. Second, identify and explain body temperature, glucose level, and blood pressure as indicators of homeostasis. Third, appreciate why homeostasis is important for survival and proper body functioning. Keep these goals in mind as we proceed. So, what is homeostasis? Homeostasis is a self regulating process that allows an organism to maintain internal stability even when the environment changes. In simpler terms, conditions around us may change, but the body works to keep important conditions inside us stable, and that is what we know as internal stability. This balance helps the body continue functioning properly for survival. There are three indicators highlighted in our lesson: body temperature, blood glucose level, and blood pressure. As we discuss each one, observe what happens when the value becomes too high or too low and how different body systems respond to help restore balance. Now, it's time to become body balance detectives. In this activity, we will examine situations in which something inside the body changes. Your task is to identify the indicator involved, the body systems participating, and the response that helps the body move back toward balance. Remember, our detective task is to look for clues in each situation. Ask yourself, what change? Which indicator of homeostasis is involved? Which body systems respond? And what action helps correct the change? Use these questions as your guide for the next scenarios. scenarios and you have to answer each situations provided on the slide. Read the assigned situation carefully and identify the homeostatic indicator and the body's response. We will connect your observations to our lesson afterward. In this first scenario, the boy is under the heat of the sun. What indicator is changing? It is his body temperature. The nervous and the integumentary systems are involved. And one visible response is sweating. Think about why sweating would be useful when the body becomes too warm. Let's explain body temperature more clearly. When body temperature becomes too high, the brain signals the blood vessels to dilate and sweat glands to release water. As sweat evaporates, the skin cools, and when body temperature becomes too low, blood vessels constrict to help trap heat, while muscles shiver to generate warmth. Notice that the response depends on the direction of the change. In our second scenario, the girl feels weak, dizzy, and hungry. Which indicator might be involved? This situation points to glucose level. The digestive and the endocrine systems are involved. The feeling of hunger is one clue that the body needs to respond to a change in available blood glucose. Now look at how glucose level is regulated. When blood glucose rises, the pancreas releases insulin, which signals cells in the liver to absorb glucose from the blood, lowering the level. When blood glucose levels falls too low, the pancreas releases glucagon, signaling the liver to release stored glucose back into the blood. In both cases, the response helps move glucose level back toward normal. For the third scenario, a pregnant woman stands up quickly, feels dizzy, and finds that her blood pressure has dropped. Which indicator is involved? Correct, blood pressure. The cardiovascular system responds. The heart beats faster and the blood vessels narrow to help raise the pressure. This is another example of the body making adjustments to restore balance. Let's compare what happens when blood pressure is too high and too low. If it's too high, the heart beats slower and with less force, while blood vessels widen to help lower the pressure. If it is too low, the heart beats faster and stronger, while blood vessels narrow to help raise the pressure. Again, the body's response work against the change so that pressure can return toward normal. Let's generalize what we learned through You Complete Me. Use one whole sheet of paper. Match each indicator with the information shown. Body temperature is linked with the temperature range on the slide and responses such as sweating, dilation, shivering, and constriction. Glucose level is linked with insulin and glucagon. It is regulated by the digestive system and endocrine system. The response when it's too high Our body releases insulin to lower sugar level. If it's too low, our body will release glucagon to increase sugar level. Blood pressure is linked with changes in the heart activity and blood vessel diameter. It is regulated by the cardiovascular system. If it's too high, heart slows and the vessels dilate. When it's too low, heart speeds up and the vessels constrict. Again, answer this in a one whole sheet of paper. Now reflect on today's lesson. Complete these statements in your own words. Today, I learned that homeostasis is important because, and one way I can help my body maintain balance is, your answers should show what you now understand about internal balance and proper body functioning. Let's check your understanding. Question 1. When a person sweats on a hot day, what is the body trying to do? Read the choices carefully and connect your answer to our discussion of body temperature. Correct! The answer is letter B. Maintain homeostasis. Question number 2. Which situation demonstrates homeostasis? Correct. The answer is letter A. Sweating after exercise. Question number 3. Why homeostasis is important? Think back to our definition and our lesson goal. Homeostasis keeps. Alright, your answer is correct. The answer is letter A. It helps the body maintain balance and function properly. Question number 4. Which indicator measure the amount of blood sugar in the blood? Recall our unlocked terminology. The term we use for the amount of sugar present in the blood is letter C, glucose level. For our final question, what could happen if homeostasis is not maintained? Think about what we have learned from body temperature, glucose level, and blood pressure. If the body cannot maintain its internal balance, proper body functioning can be affected. Correct! The answer is letter B. Cells and organs may not work properly. And that completes our lesson for today. Remember, homeostasis is the body's way of maintaining the internal balance needed for survival and proper body functioning. Thank you and goodbye.